Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 16 of the Will Cheese Fail Marathon. We're still going. We're going to be hitting the 7-hour mark pretty damn soon. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. We started really high.
Yeah.
We started to dip. We went back up really high. And then it's been down.
We just plummeted.
Yeah, it's going down pretty quick.
We just plummeted something fierce. That was like, we plummeted much the same way when I was a small child and was with mom and dad. We went to Florida, we went to Busch Gardens. And at the time, Busch Gardens had just put in the Kumba, which was like the largest wooden roller coaster in the world at that time. And there was a drop-off point in it that was basically like forever. You just free fell on the damn thing, basically. And from the parking lot, you could see this free fall, but you couldn't see the end of it. That's how high up it was.
Oh, great.
And you could hear the screams of the people from the parking lot. I never did go on that, because I would have probably died. But it was fun to watch people do it. But that's the kind of drop-off we experienced. However, there's always the next game, and except for that probe, he's just dead.
That
Mr. MaximusBlack!
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of going on a roller coaster for the first time.
I got this. Yeah, baby. Woo! I can't. That was awesome.
Accurate. It happened.
Yep. What is going to happen right now? We've got Nick Winters down here in the bottom right position.
Who's also in chat right now, loving the fact that he is getting casted.
Oh, great. And up here in the top left, we have Cat Thrower. Nick Winters going for that cannon rush.
PETA triggered.
We have 3 cannons going down. A pylon. He's getting really aggressive here. We've got 2 probes going to try and kill this one Marine, but it's just not going to fly. And the cannon rush is going to fail. Horribly. So, sure. He's gonna keep this, but he can't really advance at all. He's not gonna be able to do much.
Again, in the world of LAGTV, anything is possible.
He's going with 4 more probes and just decided not to even collect that 15 minerals. He just said,
the hell with that 15? Who needs money?
Hey, forget that shit.
Who needs money?
Yeah, not
just
this
go.
guy.
Just go.
Well, he got rid of the 1 pylon.
No, still 3 cannons he's not about to get rid of for quite some time. He's got the bunker up at the front. Those 4 probes, maybe 2 will get through. Maybe 0 will get through.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. 1, 2, 3, rip.
Yep.
Well, there goes 4 more probes.
All right, so 4 probes for nothing.
This cannon rush
solid trade
has costed him 8 probes, and he's the one rushing.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes life throws a cat at you, and you have to decide what to do with it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Nick Winters is now severely behind where he needed to be.
He's shitting the bed
given the exactly 0 damage he did with his cannon rush.
Yep, the only thing he's got going for him is that he's got a pylon in his base with 3 cannons. But, I mean, after a little bit, he can even just go down here on the bottom, on the low ground.
If this game literally culminates in the Terran doing nothing for those 3 pylons, or those 3 cannons, and then Nick spends 600 years warping in units at that pylon and wins the game,
I'm done.
This Terran has officially hit the worst player of the day.
Damn.
Then they can cry me a river and build me a bridge. Well, this guy probably heard that said by one of his like older relatives once at a family party, thought it was really clever, and is now using it as his own saying.
He shouldn't use that saying.
No, he shouldn't. No, he should probably stop.
Yeah, it needs to be halted immediately.
Well, the gold is happening.
Nick Winters is going down at that gold, and I have a sneaking suspicion Cat Thrower will do the same. He's already got this in a nice little position. He can just see the gold just sitting there as he's building it.
You can smell it from the mountaintop.
It smells like OP. And he's just gonna drop that bad boy down. Okay, well, first gonna get an orbital, which is fine. Starport just finished up here. Not a whole lot's happening down this way. Just getting in position, doing a big transfer. I like that. And he was behind quite a bit, but I think once the gold kicks in, he should be right back into this game. It is 29 SCVs to 21, and it looks like he isn't planning on grabbing that gold. So this Terran will definitely be behind in economy.
Yeah, a very weird choice to take this ramp instead of taking the gold. I mean, the gold isn't that much harder to defend, honestly. No. Especially for a Terran.
Well, and especially after you know that you killed 8 probes. I mean,
yeah.
Really, what more? Do a scan over at his base, see what he's up to, and then just make that expansion. And look, these cannons are still here in that pylon. This can be a problem for him. Warping in a big thing of depths right here, that's gonna be something you don't want to mess around with, because even when you do see the units, you still got to get rid of these 3 cannons.
At the end of the day, the pylon that he's warping into is incredibly well protected. And even then, it doesn't seem that that cat thrower is very interested in getting rid of it, even if he can.
Nope.
He has basically given up on the dream of clearing that out of his base, and that is almost certainly going to come back to bite him in the arse, probably much like the cat that he's thrown apparently several times.
Warp gate research just finishing up. We do have +1 armor being started up. Always a good upgrade to get first against Terran. Gonna have a small drop here, which is it's confusing me a little bit, because he had so much more to offer for this drop, but now is just taking 3 Marines. I mean, some mistakes were made. Huge supply lead from Cat Thrower. He is supply block currently. Just as I say that, he unsupply blocks himself. But I would have loved to have seen a full medevac here. Even if he had a couple of Hellions and some Marines, it would have been nice. 8 Marines would have been nice. I mean, 1 Hellion and a few Marines instead of just 3 Marines.
Could have done a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because it's LAGTV. There are the first 2 stalkers that took 5.5 years to warp in. They are not going to live a very long life. They might get, well, they're going to get scouting information at the very least. They're going to get maybe a couple of SCVs if lucky. No, apparently not. He's going to focus on the Hellions again and get cleaned up.
He's going to warp in some more units.
Here comes the next warp in cycle. Now, I mean, really, what is Cat Thrower going to do to stop this from happening?
Well, not a lot with Hellions. I mean, you're not going to get through those cannons.
He's just sitting on Hellions.
Yeah, even the micro here from Nick Winters is pretty sloppy. Those 3 cannons are going to do some damage, and there it is, 2 free Hellion. Oh no, just 1 free Hellion. But you know what this is doing? This is keeping Cat Thrower very busy. He's now stacking up minerals alongside Winter. He's just so much. What is he doing? I mean, he's sitting on 2,200 minerals. He could at least be on 7 or 8 gates easily. This medevac is still sitting there. Now finally getting the robo. He's so focused on this warp cycle. These 3 cannons in the back doing so much damage. So cost effective. And this should have never have taken place. It just really shouldn't have.
Just the free damage and kills being gained on these cannons.
God,
he
dude.
just walked right into it. They didn't even do damage to the cannons.
What the fuck?
They did nothing. They walked in and they shot at stuff until they died. That is exactly what happened, and now there are still 3 stalkers left on the field. They have free reign to do whatever the hell they want at the moment. I mean, will he do it again? Is he going to walk a whole bunch of Marines
I hope not.
and Hellions into a bunch of cannons and stalkers?
Something tells me he will. He's got more medevacs than units right now. Alright, looks like he's getting ready.
He wants 1 medevac per unit.
There we go. Baiting him back into the cannons. Gonna lose 1 unit there. And here goes another one. Yep, he's gonna go for it.
Oh, here we go. Yet again, round 2. 1 stalker down. 2 stalkers down.
Unbelievable. What is this guy doing?
I don't know, but he brought in all 3 of those epic Marines. And again, this time, only the shields on the first cannon were taken down. Otherwise, absolutely nothing has happened.
Wow, we have got, what, 26 kills just from these 3 cannons?
Those cannons have put in some work. More than they probably thought they'd ever, but it's probably more action than those 3 cannons thought they would ever see.
Here we go, some free Marines now. OMG.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
Stopping that production last possible second.
Nick Winters, bro, you need to put down some gateways, something. Okay, he's got a couple of immortals being built. If I were him, I'd be grabbing a 3rd and a 4th at this point. I'd look at those minerals and go, oh shit, what am I doing?
Just build some nexuses. And some more gateways or something.
Yeah, he really just needs to get more gateways. He needs to produce more units. Even though the Terran is throwing away a lot of stuff, Terran economy-wise is in a little bit better of a position, and he's going to have a lot more structures to build units than our Protoss player. He is holding. He's got 1 Widow Mine out. He's going to need a few more. But I think pretty soon Nick is just going to have to give up on this altogether and just start building an army down at his base. Because if it gets to the point where Cat Thrower builds up an army and just goes down to his base and hits him, he's going to just flat out lose the game, even though he does have a pretty sick setup sitting right here with these killer cannons that are just getting endless amounts of kills.
Yeah, they're racking up the kills pretty quick.
That's a lot of medevacs, and once these structures start producing units, it's gonna be pretty tough for Nick Winters to stay in this.
Yeah, he's gonna need some sort of some major play. Maybe start thinking about getting some disruptors.
Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't be a bad choice. He's getting more immortals back home. I don't agree with that, given the amount of not SCVs, the amount of Marines we're seeing here. It's not like he's going to get a huge benefit out of them.
Well, you know what? I'm just happy that he's spending his minerals on something.
True.
I mean,
he still has 3,000.
There's definitely better things you can be doing, and he built them. He hasn't built anymore. He's just kind of sitting them in his base. He's so focused on this attack. He thinks he's doing so well, but he's got 3,000 minerals. Imagine how much better of a position he can be in. And this 1 Widow Mine is starting to rack up some kills itself now with 4 Stalker kills. This army is starting to look pretty scary. That's a lot of medevacs. He's going to warp in even more, 86 supply to 86. We've got a lot of tanky units. We've got a bunch of Hellbats in position. The Terran is getting the 3rd. He's supply blocked to all tits. This game is a mess.
Yeah, it's definitely in need of a good cleaning. That's all I got.
That's it?
That's all I got.
That's where we're at.
I have no puns left for this game.
Yeah, he's going to get pushed back here.
He's going to get pushed back. I mean, the Terran is reaching a point in which he can just overrun this.
Yep.
And I think he's going to.
Yep. Better be careful of those killer cannons, though.
Yeah, the cannons are going to rack up a couple more kills here, and maybe this won't do it. Maybe he's going to have to wait yet again. At least, you know, we have opposite ends of the spectrum here.
We've got fucking Widow Mines, man.
Yeah, we've got a Terran who has who is using his resources with relative efficiency, but not enough unit producing structures and mineral gathering or resource gathering. And on the other side of the field, we have too much resources. Not enough production going on. Coincidentally, those 3 cannons are the one thing that's keeping Nick Winters alive in this game. Otherwise, the Terran could just simply walk down an A move.
These are the most cost-effective cannons I think I may have ever seen.
That's entirely possible.
There is so much damage being dealt with those cannons. He lost 8 probes for them, and those probes did not die in vain. I tell you that. These cannons are putting in work. We are now 13 minutes into a Legacy of the Void game. A drop is happening down here on a base that is pretty much mined out. And meanwhile, we have a bunch of Immortals coming up. That is a scary army. Just going to be able to just walk right up this ramp and destroy everything.
Yep, medevacs with absolutely no units in them.
Yep.
Crossing the map to go and, I guess, theoretically be with some of the Marines, but it's not going to make much difference when your base is being destroyed. 4 Immortals are going to tear through mech in one volley without even thinking about it. Whether or not you're healing a mech unit, doesn't matter. A bunch of stalkers on the high ground cleaning up the base. All he can do here is basically just hope and pray for the best. He's got a couple of Hellbats, but that's not going to be able to do it. He might lose that Immortal there, maybe even a couple more if he's not particularly careful. But I mean, look at the damage he's doing in the main.
Oh yeah, this base is dead. This base is dead. This Widow Mine's going to get another Stalker kill and probably hurt 2 or 3 others in the process.
We're about to hit Facebook money.
Yep, there it is. Facebook money for the first time in Legacy of the Void.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. I wasn't paying that close attention. We had a couple of games where people were hoarding minerals.
Yeah, I know. I think this is the first.
It might be.
I actually think this is the first.
Facebook money.
It has been achieved.
5K has been achieved.
Damn.
Man, that's a lot of medevacs.
He's got, like I said, he's got more medevacs than he does units. Actually. He's got 17 of them.
Crazy.
That is a whole lot. And he needs a whole lot of units to go with them. He does have a lot of production. I mean, at least Cat Thrower is spending his minerals. He's macroing. He is under constant pressure. This is just free kills for our stalkers. Oh.
Well,
this thing is still getting kills right now. 8.
That Widow Mine.
That's a corporal Widow Mine.
Here we go.
He's gonna go for it again.
Run into heals, that's for sure.
Nope. There we go. Finally.
Round 4.
Yup. 1 cannon drops.
There we go.
2 cannons drop.
Finally, it's happening.
3 cannons drop.
He can stim until the cows come home. There are so many medevacs right now.
It is about time.
Finally cleared out. Now
101 supply to 52. Nick is in some doo-doo butter. The thing that he's got going for him, though, is endless amounts of cash.
That's it. Whether or not he puts it to any good use is another question altogether.
Yeah, I think Cat Thrower really just needs to regroup his army. He does not want to go in here with this and this. I mean, he's got 4 Marines and 50 medevacs. You're not going to do a whole lot. You're actually just going to lose a lot. He needs to wait for his army to get in this fight. Does Nick? No, Nick doesn't even have Blink. I mean, Blink would have been nice there.
Well, at this point, it is the Terran's game to lose.
Yep.
Without question.
Yep. He does have a couple mortals there back there.
This is a questionable engagement by the Terran. I would be, regardless of how many medevacs they have, this is a scary concave for the stalkers.
Yep. He's gonna get rid of.
He might clean up.
Get rid of that immortal.
But
oh, he's bringing in some reinforcements. It is going to be close. He is focused firing down on that immortal. It goes down. More stalkers are down, and there's so many medevacs. And they're all full energy, no high temps. He's out of gas. Nick Winter, all he has is minerals left.
Could have anything.
He doesn't have charge, so even if he gets a bunch of zealots, he's not going to do much with them.
He hasn't even set up half his friggin' warp gates yet. They're still just regular gateways.
Oh boy.
There we go. Now it's happening.
Yep, he's still got chrono boost on that warp gate
production is
research.
about to go way up.
Wow. Production. Look at this. 133 supply to 51. This game over. That's game over.
Rip, rip, rip.
That's game over. This is when cheese fails. Although he had some hero cannons. This game is toast. There's the zealots, but no charge on them. They're getting quite a bit of kills because some Marines are just too busy focusing on an assimilator.
Too busy taking out the assimilator. Who needs to take out the Marines?
And just like that, our Terran, like 5 times the supply.
Unless his Protoss really feels like dragging it out. Maybe
More zealots.
Maybe he feels he has a hope.
Perfect choke for the Terran.
Until he runs into a massive choke and gets completely owned.
Ay, 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 ay. There it is.
That's gonna be the
Nick
show.
Winters falls. Nick, man, I am disappointed, sir. He's in our chat right now. I mean, GG. Really well played with those cannons in the back. But, dude.
Painful.
Spend your minerals. Spend your minerals. That was just brutal. Hey, good job by the Terran. I mean, there was a lot of pressure happening.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure happening, and the Terran really held out strong. Well done. Turned the game around where it looked like it wasn't going to happen.
Yep.
And in the true spirit of Will Cheese Fail, he came out on top.
That he did.
He made it happen.
Shout outs to our sponsors. Lootcrate, 10% off by using the promo code BOSS. G2A, 3% off, promo code BOSS. And JORD Wood Watches, $20 off till December 31st. Using the promo code BOSS. After that, it's going back to 5%. Check out those giveaways in the description of this video. Go sign up if you haven't on any of the previous videos. Go do it now. A lot of giveaways going to be going down. And we will be back with game number 17 right after this.
Mm-hmm.